Jannik Sinner talks about his positive doping test and addresses his critics. I thought they were friends, but they're not. Stay until the end of the video to get all the details and full statements. The Italian revealed how he found out. Jannik Sinner, the world's #1 tennis player, has had a spectacular athletic performance in 2024. However, he was also involved in a scandal. The Italian tested positive for clostebol at the Indian Wells Masters 1000. Nevertheless, the International Tennis Integrity Agency, ITIA, only penalized him with points and monetary prizes, considering there was no fault or negligence on his part. There was harsh criticism from Sinner's colleagues, who accused the ISHA of giving him preferential treatment. The latest Australian Open champion spoke about the issue with Sky. He explained how he found out, saying, "It was published at a very delicate time because it was just before the US Open. I wanted to train the Wednesday before, but the news came out on a Tuesday, so we decided to wait because everyone would come after me. We finally trained Thursday night, hoping there wouldn't be many people around. It's hard to prepare for a Grand Slam like that," he said. Referring to some tennis players' statements, Sinner commented, "Maybe this was an opportunity to know who your friends are and who aren't. I realized that there were many players whom I didn't think of as friends, but they behaved like friends." He added, "But there's also quite a large number that I thought were friends, and they're not. That didn't do me any good, but it made me realize a lot of things." It's worth noting that the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, has appealed the decision, filing an appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS, and requesting a suspension of 1 or 2 years. Sinner opens up like never before about his positive test. "If I knew it was my fault, I wouldn't have played like this." Jannik Sinner spoke at length about the case of the double positive test that keeps him on edge, waiting for the appeal resolution presented by WADA after the world #1 was acquitted. The Italian player explained in an interview with Sky Sports Italia that "if I knew it was my fault, I wouldn't have played like this." It was undoubtedly one of the year's biggest stories in the tennis world, Jannik Sinner's double positive test in Indian Wells, which, however, only resulted in losing his result and points for that tournament. The acquittal, however, was appealed by WADA in a process that remains open as we await a possible outcome for the player who has shown the best form this season. Despite the impressive achievements Sinner has made in what has been a memorable 2024 in terms of titles, it hasn't been easy to handle the situation, including changes to his team due to the positive test. "I'm convinced that nothing happens by chance, and maybe this particular event was precisely to understand who's your friend and who's not," the Italian explained in an interview recorded a month ago on Sky Sports Italia but now reveals significant insights. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, because at Tennis Zone we're dedicated to bringing you the best information for the best audience, sharing in-depth analysis, exclusive interviews, and full coverage of everything related to the world of tennis. Join our community and be part of the excitement of the tournaments with us. Moreover, at Tennis Zone we strive to offer you up-to-date, quality content about players, tournaments, strategies, and the most relevant events in world tennis.